Listen carefully now. Don't put this off any longer. Don't close this message. It's not a coincidence that you've ended up here. Heaven moved everything so you could hear this because there is something that needs to be said, something your soul has quietly been asking for. And there's nothing more urgent than this. Today is not just another day. Today, something spiritual is about to open in your life. What's coming isn't just a passing feeling, it's a divine intervention. Jesus is here with you, and he didn't come with words, he came with a powerful, ancient key. You know which door I'm talking about because that door has been shut for a long time, and you've tried everything to open it, but it didn't budge until now. Before we continue, promise me one thing. Don't leave before hearing everything I'm about to say. Stay with me. This message is meant for you. And if you're someone who goes through difficult days, weighed down with responsibilities, hidden struggles only you understand, then you know that you can't afford to ignore this, because this message is reaching you exactly where you need it most, your loved ones. The silent prayers you've whispered, the sleepless nights, the medical worries, the tiredness, the constant fear for those who need you, and the pressure that no one else sees. Do you see it? All of that is here now, in front of the Master. He didn't come just to make promises. He came to do something, to open the way. Jesus didn't come to argue with you about what you've already decided to leave behind. He didn't come to remind you of your mistakes or your losses. He came with a key in his hand, and that key is not just a symbol, it's real. He has kept it for so long. It's ancient because it is eternal. And today was the day heaven marked for him to take it from his cloak. It wasn't in another year, it wasn't months ago, it is now. And the reason is simple. The door cannot stay closed any longer. The waiting is over. You waited long enough. You stood strong longer than anyone ever thought possible. But now, everything is about to change, because a spiritual door is opening, and when it does, everything that's behind it will turn in your favor. There are things you believed God had forgotten. Prayers you made years ago, people you loved who drifted away, promises that never came true, and you thought, maybe it wasn't meant for me. Maybe God changed his mind. But no, the plan never changed. The only thing that changed was the door between that plan and you, and there was no way for you to open it because the key wasn't in your hands. But today, that key is in the right hands. Today, it's in the hands of the one who opens doors and no one can close them. And if you feel something right now, that pressure in your chest, that sudden quiet around you, then you know that what's happening is real. Jesus is here. You thought it was just another video, just one of many. But what you didn't realize is that this message would be the one that brings change, because heaven doesn't act randomly, and you are not here by mistake. Something greater brought you here. If God didn't love you so much, he wouldn't have risen today with that key in his hand. He could have done this at any other time, but he chose now. You couldn't carry it anymore. There's a burden only you've been carrying. A burden that no one sees, something you don't talk about, but heaven knows. And that key is going to drop that burden to the ground forever. This isn't just a solution to what's coming, it's a complete change, because behind that door, there's not just answers, there's peace, health, restoration, family harmony, strength for your body, guidance for your steps, and above all, there's a new presence, a new atmosphere. You will wake up and feel the difference, because what's being unlocked today will show up in your children, in your home, in your finances, in your relationships, in your rest. Nothing will stay the same, because when Jesus opens a door, he does it fully. He doesn't patch things up. He restores them. And there's more. The enemy knew this moment was coming, and that's why he caused resistance, family fights, illness, financial problems, toxic people around you, injustice, doubt, and mental attacks. All of that came because he wanted to stop this moment, but he failed. He couldn't shut your ears. He couldn't keep you away, because something inside you still believes. Something inside you didn't die. It didn't fade. And that was enough to bring Jesus here today. Do you feel it? Can you sense that presence? That peace that doesn't feel normal, that certainty that settles deep inside. That's him talking to you. What many people thought was over in your life is exactly what God is about to raise up. You may not know it, but there are people who already gave up on you, who thought you wouldn't make it, that your life wouldn't move forward. But heaven had a different plan, and that's why today, right before you, Jesus is placing the key in the lock. You don't need to force anything. All you have to do is be present, watch, and believe, because the sound that will follow is the sound of a door that will never close again. When that happens, everything around you will start to change. People, situations, diagnoses, decisions, everything will shift. There are things you never tell anyone because you don't want to be a burden, because you learned to carry everything alone, because when you needed help, no one was there, and that's why you became strong. But today, Jesus wants something from you, not your strength, but your surrender. There are keys that only work when you choose to let go. You can't keep trying to control everything, because there are things that only work when he takes them in his hands. And that's what he is doing now, taking, caring, and setting you free. He doesn't expose you. He heals you in silence, just as he is doing now, deep inside you. Don't overlook the small things today. There will be subtle signs that heaven will begin sending you. People who will reach out, conversations that will seem casual, news that will come at just the right time. Everything is connected to the door that opened, because this isn't just another blessing, it's a new season, a new shift, and that can't be stopped or contained. It's like a wave that sweeps away the old and leaves the new in its place. What stole your peace, what took your sleep, what seemed impossible, all of that will be redirected, because he is in control. As you listen to this, something in you has already started to change. You know it. You can't deny it. There is something different, lighter, and clearer inside you. That's because you're being touched by a divine presence. This is not just about motivation. It's a spiritual change, and you won't be the same after this moment. What has begun will not be stopped, because it was God who started it. Not a man, not just a feeling. It was the same one who brought the dead back to life, the same one who calmed the storm, the same one who multiplied bread. Today, that same Jesus is at work in your life, and what was once stuck is now beginning to move forward. I understand very well what you are going through, the choices you make in silence, the sacrifices you make for others. Sometimes you put yourself aside so others can be okay. But now it's time for heaven to give back to you, not out of selfishness, but because God honors those who serve from the heart. You sown so much in love, in hard work, in tears that no one saw, in moments of silence. And now is the time of return, the time of harvest, to see that it wasn't all in vain. Because Jesus doesn't forget, he doesn't overlook, he rewards, and he will reward you. When Jesus opens a door, it's not only blessings that enter, but everything that shouldn't stay also leaves. Illness leaves, sadness leaves, oppression leaves, The things that took your strength leave, and all of this has already begun. It's like a spiritual cleaning happening inside you. You feel it. It's light, it's real, it's eternal because what he does lasts. It doesn't depend on the weather or people. It only depends on his will. And today, his will is to bless you freely, without conditions. Simply out of love because he chose to do it. Brothers and sisters, I must be honest with you. This channel is currently demonetized, meaning we receive zero support from YouTube. Yet, our mission to spread the word remains. Behind these videos is a dedicated team working tirelessly every day. As the head of this ministry, it is my duty to provide for them. But without ad revenue, this has become an overwhelming challenge. If our work has blessed you, I humbly invite you to stand in the gap. Your support on Ko-Fi is a lifeline for my team, a seed sown to keep this light shining. Please check the link in the description or pinned comment. Your generosity is the only reason we can keep going. Thank you. And now, back to the message. Do this. If you believe that this message is touching something deep inside you, leave a sign here. Write in the comments what you are feeling right now, not out of emotion, but out of faith. Because sometimes that small act is like telling heaven, I'm here, I believe, I'm ready, and if you haven't done it yet, make sure to follow this channel, not because of the numbers, but because every message that comes has a purpose like this, and you can't afford to miss what's next. What Jesus began today will continue in the days ahead. Do you realize there's no turning back? Something was activated. A door that opened in the spiritual world will never close again. And that will change your days, your nights, and the way you see life. Where there was once tiredness, there will now be vision. Where there was doubt, there will now be direction. Where there was silence, there will now be a voice. The voice from heaven. The voice that guides. A voice that protects. A voice that heals. And you will hear it more and more because when Jesus opens, he also enters. And when he enters, everything changes, everything. This change won't be quiet. It will be obvious. You'll notice it in the small things, in conversations, in the way you wake up, and how you rest. What used to worry you won't have the same power over you. When Jesus moves inside, the outside no longer controls. You'll start seeing life from a higher perspective, from heaven's point of view. And when you see from above, you won't be trapped by what once held you down. The pressure will ease. Your soul will find peace, and your heart will begin to trust again. You don't have to understand everything now. You just need to stay open, because there are things from heaven that you won't understand right away. But over time, they will show you their purpose. Right now, you are in the middle of one of those moments. You can feel how something inside is shifting. It's like an unknown peace starting to surround you deep inside. This isn't your mind. It's the Spirit touching you. Because when he opens a door, he also sets right everything that was out of place. A new season begins now where your decisions will be clearer, where what used to cause doubt won't hold the same weight. You'll know what to do, when to speak, when to be quiet, because when heaven opens, it also shows you the way, leaving no one lost. You are not lost. You were only waiting for this sign, this moment, this divine push that gives you direction again. It's not just about moving forward. It's about moving to the right place, with the right support. And there's more. Not only will you be changed, but those around you will begin to feel it too. Changes that you couldn't make happen will start taking place without you directly doing anything. Children, spouses, parents, friends, Hearts that were once hard will begin to soften. Situations that were stuck will start moving, because when God intervenes, He does it completely. He doesn't just touch one area. He fills everything. He reclaims what you thought was lost. Have you noticed that as you listen to this, something inside you feels different? It's like a part of you has come back to life, the part that had given up, the part that stopped expecting. Jesus doesn't just bring back your hope, He brings back your ability to dream, because behind that door that opened, there is more than just answers. There are new opportunities, paths you hadn't even thought about because you believed it was too late for you. But it's not. You're right on time. Take a moment, breathe, and notice what is happening around you. The atmosphere has changed. Your focus has shifted. You're no longer looking from a place of pain. You're seeing from a place of healing. You're no longer reacting from fear. You're acting from faith. This is what Jesus does when He opens what no one else could. He doesn't just come to patch things up. He comes to rebuild from the ground up. And that work has already started in you. Even if you don't see the full picture yet, you'll experience it step by step. Sometimes we think God is taking too long, but really, He's setting up the stage for a big change. You were waiting for a solution, but He came with a key, and this key isn't temporary. It opens not just a door, but a whole new season. The emotional exhaustion, the physical tiredness, the sleepless nights are being replaced with new strength, a strength that doesn't come from you, but from Him. And if right now, you feel like this message is touching parts of you that nothing else can, I want you to write something with faith in the comments, something simple but powerful. Write, I open the door to God's plan, because when you speak what you believe, heaven moves with your words. Remember what the Bible says. Here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with them. Revelation 3:20. And you have heard that voice. I want you to know this. What God is about to do in your life won't be anything like the past. It won't be a repeat of old seasons. He is the God of new beginnings. And when He opens, He doesn't just fix things, He makes them new. What you thought was your end was only the beginning of something better. That illness, that financial struggle, that family problem, those challenges placed you exactly where heaven needed you to be. Now you are starting to see the first signs of heaven's intervention. Your story won't be remembered by the pain you went through, but by how you overcame it. And you didn't do it alone. It was Jesus, with His key, His power, and His unstoppable love. You weren't forgotten. You were set aside for this moment. Some doors only open when everything is prepared. And now, everything is prepared. Even you. Though you may not feel it fully, though doubts still remain, God isn't waiting for your perfection, He's waiting for your surrender. And if you're here now, you've already made the right choice. Don't ignore what your heart is feeling right now. That warmth, that peace, that emotion, it's real. It's the result of a holy presence touching your life. You don't need to understand everything. Just say, I'm ready, Lord, and that's enough for Him to continue what He has already started. If you haven't joined this channel yet, do it now. Not because you have to, but because there are more words coming that will continue building what began today. You can't let what heaven has started grow cold. This is a moment that will change everything, and you are a part of it. Can you imagine what happens next? People who seem far away now will return. Projects that were stuck will begin to move forward. Even your body will respond differently, because when the spiritual is aligned, the physical also changes. You feel it, don't you? It's as if the chaos is fading and the peace of heaven is taking over. Don't ignore the direction the Spirit is leading you now. There are things you've known you need to let go of, habits, relationships, old ways. And now, with this door open, you will find the strength to let them go. You won't rely on your own strength anymore because there is divine grace working through you, a heavenly strength pushing you forward. All you need to do is say yes. Don't delay. Today is the day, and the more you surrender, the easier everything becomes. That's the sign that you're on the right path. Don't be afraid of the changes ahead. Some will be small, others big, but all will be necessary because the one who opens the door also shows the way. You're not walking in the dark. Jesus is leading you, clearing the path, closing what needs to be shut, and even protecting you from yourself, because His love won't let you get lost in your confusion. What once made you cry will now be your story of triumph. You'll be able to say, I lived through it, I saw it happen. This isn't just someone else's story, it's yours. And this will inspire others, those around you, those who thought there was no hope left, because your transformation will be visible. You won't need to explain it. Just live it, and others will see and understand that when Jesus enters, everything is made new. This message doesn't end here, because what began wasn't just a video, but a movement from heaven, a spiritual activation. If you're feeling it now, stay connected. Listen until the end. Be sure to stay where heaven is still speaking, because what was started needs to be nurtured. Every word from God is food for your soul. Don't disconnect. Don't lose track. Something much bigger is about to unfold. As you keep moving forward, remember this: Jesus doesn't forget His promises. If He said He will open the door, He will. If He said He will. His words are never empty. Every word He speaks comes true. And you are under His promise. Even when everything around you seems to say the opposite, even when the news says something different, even when people don't get it, He is still faithful. He is still moving, He is still working. With every step you take, every prayer you make, every choice you make, remember this moment, the moment when the door opened, and repeat to yourself, what God started, He will finish. That's what will hold you strong when doubt comes, when the noise from the outside tries to block the voice you heard here. Don't let anything take away this certainty, because it's real. Jesus entered with a key, with a purpose, and you are part of that plan. Everything you've endured in silence, every time you held yourself back from exploding, has not been ignored. There has been an invisible hand watching over every detail. While you thought everything was on pause, God was preparing the way. Now that preparation has led to a new activation. He is never late. He arrives with perfect timing. Today, He reaches you with a key that opens not just one door, but a series of new beginnings. Every step you take from now on will be supported by that divine decision. You were never meant to live in fear. Fear holds you back, confuses you, and drains your energy. But what is coming over your life now is a wave of clarity, wisdom, and guidance. Everything is starting to make sense. The pieces that once didn't fit are now starting to come together, because behind the door Jesus has opened is the full picture. He doesn't just show you a piece of the plan, He reveals the purpose. And when you see the purpose, you also regain the strength to move forward, even when you feel tired. Maybe today, you felt lost, just going through the motions, caring for everyone else, forgetting about yourself, living with a part of your soul lost and dimmed inside. But now, a voice is bringing you back to life, A presence is restoring you, and you are no longer invisible or alone. There is a divine plan touching your life so perfectly that nothing will stay the same. This is not just a temporary feeling, it's a spiritual reset with real, lasting effects. Maybe no one knows the times when you had to be strong, even when you just wanted to give up. The times when you comforted others, even though you yourself needed comfort. But today, Jesus has come to comfort you. He brings healing for your soul and direction for your decisions. You are no longer waiting. You are moving forward because what He opens doesn't leave you unchanged. It transforms you. And the closer you get to His presence, the more you realize that this door wasn't opened by chance. It was opened by divine purpose. You can feel that this message is touching you deeply, that each word confirms something your heart already knew. You are not the only one who has sensed there was something more beyond what you've been experiencing. Today, you are witnessing it. You are experiencing it. It is the fulfillment of a promise. And if this is touching something deep inside you, write it down in the comments. Be purposeful. Declare, I am walking through the door that God has opened, and I stand firm on the truth of His word. The Lord will open for you His good treasure, the heavens. Deuteronomy 28:12. His spiritual opening also brings emotional change. You will start to feel that your heart is lighter, that the things which once stole your peace no longer have the same hold on you. Because when you walk through the door with Jesus, you enter with a new level of peace. It's not a fragile peace, but a firm peace that stays with you even when things around you are not perfect. That's the difference. That's the sign that what you are experiencing is from heaven, not from people. And there's something you should know. You don't have to have everything figured out to keep moving forward. You just need to say yes. Don't wait for everyone to approve, because there are things that God is giving you that others may not understand yet. And that's okay. This door was open for you, and the results that follow will speak for themselves. Your transformation will be so clear that there will be no need to explain it. Only evidence, fruit, peace, and a joy that comes from within, not depending on what's outside. It's no accident that you're still here listening, because when the Spirit begins a work, He doesn't leave it unfinished. What started with you in this moment will spread to your week, to your home, to your body. Some of you will receive unexpected news. Others will feel an emotional lightness they haven't felt in years. And you will know that it all began here, in this moment, with this message that reminded you that God isn't finished with you yet. He is just getting started. Now, I want to encourage you not to walk alone. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, do it now. But not just as someone following another page, but as someone connecting with a source of life. Every word here has a purpose, and you are a part of that purpose. This channel will be like a key, a bridge between what you hear and what you will experience. Stay connected, not because it's a habit, but because it's spiritually necessary. There is more coming, and it is for you. A word is starting to stir deep within you, restoration. What was broken, what was damaged, what seemed lost, all of it is being restored starting today. It won't happen instantly, but it will be real. The process has already begun. The pieces are coming back together. What was once divided is now being united. What was unclear is now being made clear. Because when Jesus opens a door, He doesn't just open it, He also fixes everything behind it. He is completely reaching deep into your soul. And if fear is still there, don't condemn yourself. Fear is a natural feeling. But today, you are being covered by a power greater than your fear. You're surrounded by a confidence that doesn't come from your mind, but from your spirit. What has been set free over you is real, and it will hold you up, push you forward, and protect you from falling. This door isn't just opening for you to move ahead. It's opening for you to live fully, without fear, without carrying the burdens that aren't yours. Maybe for so long you've only been surviving, forgetting what it's like to live with purpose. But now, something new is happening. Your view of things is changing, your prayers are changing, and even your way of speaking will begin to shift, because the language of the kingdom is hope. And when this door opened, a new language began for you. Now you don't say, "I can't." You say, "God is working." You don't say, "It's too late." You say, "It's God's time." Everything you've been through wasn't wasted, even the times it left you with scars. Those marks will now become your testimony. Don't be ashamed of your journey. Embrace it, because it was a part of the road that brought you here. And now that the door is open, you'll look back with gratitude, not pain, knowing everything served a purpose and nothing was wasted. God will use every part of your story, even the darkest moments, so others can see His light in you. It's not just about receiving, it's about realizing what you already have, seeing the worth inside of you, because the enemy tried to tell you that you weren't enough. But this door didn't open by chance. It opened because you are worthy, because you matter, and because your story holds value in heaven. If heaven decided to step in, it's because what you hold inside is far too precious to stay hidden. Now is the time for it to be revealed. There are people around you who need what you are receiving right now, not out of demand, but from a natural overflow. Because when you are full, you start to pour out, and many will be touched without you even saying a word, just by your presence. The presence of God on your life will be clear and undeniable. Your environment will shift, your voice will sound different, and what once felt like just surviving will become an overflow of life. Everything within you is starting to realign. Your past will no longer feel like a weight. Your present will be a chance, and your future will be a living promise. Because the one who opened the door will walk beside you every step of the way. He will never leave you. He won't let you go through the process alone. He is constant, steady, and faithful, and He will fulfill every promise He made. Even if everything around you changes, even on days when you don't feel anything, the door has already opened and nothing can close it. Say open. You don't need all the answers. You only need to be willing. He will take care of the rest. You don't have to create a miracle. You just need to keep walking in faith. Every step, no matter how small, is a statement of belief, and that belief will move mountains, tear down walls, heal relationships, and cleanse your soul, because when you answer with faith, heaven answers with power. This isn't the end of the message. It's only the start of what God will continue to do in your life. Can you feel the conviction in your heart? Write in the comments, "I am walking through the door Jesus opened," not out of impulse, but with certainty. And remember what His word says, "I am the door. Whoever enters through me will be saved. They will come in and go out and find pasture." John 10:9. Today, you step through that door, and everything will be different. You don't need fancy words to talk to God, just be real. What comes from the heart reaches directly to the throne of heaven. God isn't looking for perfect prayers. He's looking for hearts that are open. And your heart has already begun to respond. That feeling you have, that stirring inside, is heaven working in you. Even though you can't fully explain it, You know something is happening. Don't resist it. It's part of the process. Let it happen. It's time. It's not about understanding, but about trusting. What seemed stuck is now starting to break free. The spiritual weight that surrounded you is lifting, like fog disappearing when the morning comes. When Jesus opens a door, he doesn't just open it, he breaks the chains of discouragement, frustration, and quiet sorrow. As you walk through the door, you're leaving behind what you were never meant to carry. This is the freedom you're beginning to feel. And this is just the start. The days ahead might not be free from struggles, but now you will have purpose, and that changes everything. When you have purpose, tiredness won't stop you. When you have direction, doubt will hold you back. You're being prepared for a new chapter, and in this new chapter, you won't walk on your own strength, but with his support. And his support will never fail because it doesn't come from human promises. It comes from heaven, from the one who never lies and never fails. You can see things starting to come together. It's not magic, it's obedience, it's faith in action. This is what happens when you decide not to give up. Many people underestimated you, and maybe you did too. But God never did. He knew what he put inside you, and that's why he opened this door. The time has come for what was hidden to be revealed, not for your glory, but for everyone to see that he is real, that he acts, and that he transforms. Right now, I want to ask you something important. If you feel that every word is speaking directly to you, subscribe to this channel now, not out of obligation, but as an act of faith, because this isn't about numbers. It's about connection. And if this message is bringing life to your spirit, make sure you don't miss what's coming. Every message will be part of the spiritual food you need to support this new stage. You may have gone through times where the silence of God felt unbearable, where you prayed and felt like nothing changed. But now, all that silence is starting to make sense. He wasn't absent. He was working in ways your eyes couldn't see.